So we've seen some shows drop female bodybuilding divisions entirely. And that's alarming to a lot of us fans. I know it was alarming to me when I woke up earlier this year and I was like, what? Dropping shows? The hell? So why do you think some promoters are dropping the female bodybuilding division?
I think it's numbers, participation numbers, for one, and money. You know, the economy is not what it used to be.
Tell me about it.
So that affects it. The IFBB is a business.
Yeah.
You know, it's a private business, and they can do whatever the heck they want.
True.
So, and female bodybuilding is not their big money maker. You know, that's unfortunate, but it's.
I hate to hear that, but it's true. Like, you know, as a fan,
it is true.
It's the hard pill to swallow truth.
It's also not, and I try to look at these things from outside of just being in the bodybuilding world. Female bodybuilders are not marketable to the mainstream either.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're extreme figures. We're not the mainstream look.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, that's not what they want to look at or see. They think it's weird or freakish or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's a numbers thing. Another thing, I was talking with Brad, and he brought up a good point. Back when like Linda competed, there was only a couple shows.
That's true. Yeah, I remember that.
So you had to get in when you could, and I think they're kind of going back to that. We had a whole bunch of shows, but everybody was so spread out.
Yeah.
You know, we need to kind of get it together ourselves and say, hey, you know, we've got this show, this show, this show. Get everybody in and compete. You know, it's not when I feel like competing or, you know, I'm going to prep, but I'm not quite ready for April, but maybe June type of thing.
Yeah.
You get ready and you go.
Yeah, to your point, like you said in the last segment, I mean, in other sports, hey, it's time to play.
Right, you got to play.
Suit up and head to the arena, stadium, or whatever.
So plan your year accordingly and get in the show. And, you know, if we get more women competing, we can have more shows. But
yeah, that's true too. But then that kind of goes back to like mainstream. Like, take a lot of my friends and stuff, for example. They respect the fact that, you know, I admire female body, but to most of my friends, the look that they would say that they would, like women say that they would go for, or men say that they would, you know, date would probably be figure on, you know, down to, you know, then you get the bikini wellness and now the new fit model, you know, and it's like, but anything kind of above figure, it's like, okay, respect the dedication, the discipline, but not my cup of tea so much, you know, or that's something cool to see every once in a while, you know, to see a walking real life She-Hulk, but that's what you want to see every day per se. Yeah. Do you think the industry supports female bodybuilders enough?
I don't think so. And again, I think it boils down to what the public wants and what brings the money.
Yeah.
You know, they're moving away from it because it's not what most of the public wants, and it's not where the money's being made.
Yeah, that's true. At some point, someone's got to get together in a conference room and brainstorm. It's like, what can we do to put more eyes on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then.
So the other thing is, the bigger women get, the more you get into how are they getting that big, and
that's true.
Is this what are they doing?
That's true.
And then you get into the legality of it, which is you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you want to put that out on Front Street and be like, hey, this is.
That's a good point. Yeah. Hey, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Wow.
Because it is what it is. I mean, figure, bikini, what is it, wellness, fit model. You can get away with the magazine covers and, you know, that person works out a lot. They eat good. But once you get into physique and bodybuilding, that's not working out and eating well. That's some other stuff.
Yeah.
And that other stuff, bottom line, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
So do you want to put billboards of these people out there? Especially women.
Yeah.
Guys get a pass, I think, because...
And that's the jacked up part. I'm trying to make this a G episode as much as I can, but that's the messed up part.
But even so, you don't see, the open men's bodybuilders quite marketed like, what is it?
Men's physique and the 212 and all the lower categories. Yeah.
So the bigger you are, I think the less they want to put that out there.
True. I mean, even to your point though, like with men's open bodybuilding, because again, like just using my friends because I have a lot of, like, I'm the weirdo of all of my friends. Like I'm not one of like extreme sports and things to the extreme. And so like a lot of my friends are like, they'll look at like, even just taking it back old school, they'll look at a picture of Ronnie Coleman in his time. If they come to my house and see like stuff on my wall or whatever, it's like, oh wow, he looks great, man, and some women I know be like, oh yeah, I would date him, and then some men, some of my guy friends like, man, I wish I had a dedication to look like a Ronnie Coleman, but then no one really says like, I really don't have any female friends outside by that say, hey, I would want to look like Rashana Boswell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nothing against Rashana. That's the homie. She's cool. But, you get to your point, that extreme, it's like, damn, like that's kind of everyone's entitled to their opinion and their choice or whatever, but it's like, that's kind of a double standard, If a woman says, well, hey, I would date a Ronnie Coleman, but I wouldn't want to look like a Rashana Boswell. Well, they're in the same category in their respective genders. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're the male and female equivalent of each other. So, how does that work exactly?
It's the inequity that's just given.
Yeah.